How would you characterize last year then from a macro point of view?
Well, let me say, Alikan, that is, last year we saw more of a difficult environment, especially if you look at 2013 and 2014. Last year, obviously, the area we have always been in this part of the region, yes. I call it is a nerve center. It's actually, my word as well as being is an epicenter.
Yes.
Because then you can be able to go into different opportunities in the market and get surprises or get a way to leverage your businesses to good growth. But what we have seen in the economy last year, Kenya, despite all these aspects, you know, you're right, that the industry started not a very good sign. You know, getting two banks, putting under management the central bank can be quite nervous for the whole financial services sector. And that's why, yes, exactly. Yeah. But this is why we, KCB, and working very closely with Diamond Trust Bank, came together to work with the central bank to enable the depositors to be able to get their own deposit and funds, working very directly as an agent of the Kenya Deposit Insurance Corporation. So to give confidence, to be able to say, look, ultimately, we are sure and confident about the future of the financial services, because it's a very, in Africa actually, if you look at the whole continent, Kenya financial system and sector is perhaps the second most sophisticated after South Africa.
Yes.
So there must be some ways for us to bring our own board solutions. And that's what we did in that kind of structure. Now we see strength, we see a lot of partnership with the new governor of the central bank, Dr. Patrick.
You know, there was a pretty big change, a regime change at the central bank. Will you describe to us, you know, you've dealt closely with the new governor. I've been reading what he says. It's really impressive. What's your sense?
Well, I would say, you know, Dr. Patrick Njoroge is, many people always say, wow, he's new and all these aspects. I would say that he's very focused about the outcome he's looking for. So in terms of discipline, in terms of looking at the ethical running of the sector, he's perhaps the best governor we could have gotten in this moment for our country.
Wow. And you have a strong relationship with him, obviously, yes.
We work very closely, and also because I sit right now as the chairman of the Kenya Bankers, my view is that we need to look for the industry beyond the current challenges.
Yes.
So it's a strong contributor to the economy, around about 9 to 10% as a sector, growing very strongly at double digits on an annual basis. And also, you know, we're in the nexus of transformation of economic activities and empowerment and transformation for our nation. So if this is happening, Alikan, I think we're going to shift the landscape for our economy. We did have challenges, of course.
Yes.
But let me say overall that last year, as an economy, we look at our own currency, we grew around about 5.6, 5.7, 5.8%. The final numbers will come out soon. But look at our own currency. There was nervousness about the shilling. We were one of the best performing exchange currency across comparators.
It's just incredible. What informs you of that currency?
So for many years, we talk about our economy being resilient, the shilling being resilient, you know, not being overexposed to either one particular sector, one kind of natural resources. And therefore, because I think the economy has been quite well diversified.
Yes.
We don't find ourselves depending, let's say, 50% of our economy on one particular aspect. And also we must say that there's been very prudent management on the macro level, and also within the central bank, being able to oversee. And so the response we saw in the last quarter of last year, although kind of peaked our interest rates, increased cost of credit, was a temporary transition towards strengthening the macroeconomic aspect of our economy, and obviously overall being able to stabilize the exchange rates, and we see inflation. So we may not be used with the temporary shift, but we're in a really, this is a live environment of the economy we work with. It's not always going to be stable. There's going to be some turbulence, but it was very systemic, short-term turbulence, and we see the rates come down to where they are today.